Hi guys, in this video we are going to discuss about a very important topic which is very much relevant to these days, that is immunity. This is very important. This is the only weapon that can protect us against any kind of bacteria or a virus. Let us see what we are going to discuss in this video. In this video, we are going to discuss about what is immunity. Second one, what are the different types of immunity? And third one, factors of immunity. We have to concentrate on those factors to protect ourselves from different kinds of diseases. So first one is what is immunity? Next one, what are the different types of immunity? Third one, factors affecting immunity. Let us see one by one. Next step is immunology, the study of immunity, the factors that affect immunity, the pathogens which decreases immunity. All these things we study in a branch of biology called immunology. So the father of immunology is Edward Jenner. Edward Jenner, the father of immunology. Next we will see what are the different types of immunity. So immunity can be classified into different types. So immunity can be divided into two types. First one is innate immunity. Second one is adaptive or acquired immunity. Innate immunity can be again of two types. First one is non-specific specific immunities. Adaptive, two types. Humoral, cell mediated. Non-specific means general, specific means particular infection. Humoral means immunity in extracellular fluids. This is within the cell. So immunity can be classified in other way, that is a natural, artificial immunity. Natural immunity can be passive or active. In the same way, artificial, passive, active. Passive, antigens enter the body. Here active, antibodies are introduced into the body. So hepatitis A virus is treated due to antigens in the body. Placenta and breast milk contain antibodies. MMR vaccine example for passive artificial immunity. Plasma therapy for active artificial immunity. So once again, immunity is of two types: innate immunity, adaptive or acquired immunity. Innate again non-specific and specific. Adaptive, humoral, cell-mediated immunity. Another classification, natural, artificial. Natural may be passive or active. Artificial again passive, active. So general is non-specific, particular infection means specific, extracellular fluids, humoral, within cell mediated, antigens for passive, antibodies in active immunity. innate immunity and adaptive immunity. So innate immunity is with birth. We all have got innate immunity since our birth. We got it from mother through placenta and breast milk. We get innate immunity, that is due to genes, transfer of genes from parents. We get innate immunity that we get. Adaptive immunity is after exposure to infection. If, after the birth, child, adults or old people, when they are exposed to different kinds of bacteria, virus, pollutants, they get adaptive immunity, or through vaccination they may get adaptive immunity. So innate immunity, as we have already discussed, two types, that is non-specific and specific. Here innate means within, that is due to the genes, due to strong white blood cells. We have innate immunity. So again this one is divided into non-specific and specific. So here the word itself is that non-specific means against any kind of infection, any kind of disease, there is a certain mechanism in the body that fights against bacteria and viruses. So that is called non-specific innate immunity. Whereas in the case of specific, for example, if a person is infected with the coronavirus, you get specific antibodies in the body, specific antibodies for specific antigens on specific kind of viruses or bacteria. That is called specific innate immunity. Here we can see skin. Skin is the first line of protection against infections. Skin provides a physical barrier against the entry of bacteria and viruses into the body. For example, here we have epidermis, then dermis. Dermis is multi-layered. In the same way, fatty tissue is there beneath the dermis. So along with that, we have sweat glands and oil glands, sweat glands. So these things provide immunity against different kinds of diseases. So mucus secreted by different parts of our body also provides immunity against different kinds of disease. Mucus is common. So here you can see mouth. In mouth, mucus is secreted. In a throat, in sinuses, within lungs, intestine, lot of mucus is there. That mucus gives protection against general protection against different kinds of infections. So here you can see mucus that is big between these two fingers. So this mucus contains antimicrobial chemicals that kill microorganisms. For example, here you can find lysozyme. So that lysozymes kill bacteria. Immunoglobulins, especially these immunoglobulins, provides immunity against viruses. So lactoferrin. So lactoferrin is also microbial killer. Mucins. So lysozymes, immunoglobulins, lactoferrin, mucins, they are present in mucus to give us a protection, general protection. That is lysozyme. So this is a very important in preventing eye infections. Whenever any bacteria, virus that tries to infect our eyes, because eyeballs have a lot of moisture, it is very suitable for bacteria and virus to infect, but this lysozyme enzyme that kills those bacteria and viruses. It is very interesting to know that saliva also has so many antimicrobial chemicals. So for example, you see here, saliva, we think that it is meant for digestion. Besides digestion, if any microorganisms enters our mouth or throat or intestine or stomach, so that saliva is helpful a lot. First one is you see lysozyme. This lysozyme provides protection. Next one is peroxidase. In the same way, defensins, cystatins, IgA, that is immunoglobulin A. So these are the chemicals which are present in saliva to give us protection against bacteria and virus. Complementary proteins are the proteins which contain essential amino acids. Essential amino acid, that means amino acids which are not present, which are not produced in our body. So those essential amino acids are very important in fighting against infectious germs, that may be bacteria or virus. Next important thing which gives us a general immunity, non-specific immunity, is interferons. Interferons are what? They are nothing but proteins, or a part of protein, that is peptides against viruses. Phagocytes, here phagocytes means cells. Phagus means eating, so cell eaters. Some cells behave like eaters. They eat bacteria and germs and give immunity to our body. Macrophages are also a kind of white blood cells. They secrete cytokines. These cytokines provide immunity. Next one is neutrophils. You see neutrophils, you know, a kind of granulocytes. You can find granules inside the cell, that is in cytoplasm, and the nucleus is more than 2 lobes. Here this nucleus has more than 2 lobes. So on that basis we can identify them as neutrophils. Neutrophils, they are also in continuous search of bacteria and virus in the body. Wherever they find them, they start sending signals to other immunity mechanism in the body. So here eosinophils also a kind of granulocytes, a kind of white blood cells. So we call them as granulocytes because of the presence of granules in the cytoplasm. Besides that, nucleus is a two-lobed nucleus is present. So eosinophils also provide general immunity. I shall discuss about specific innate immunity. So here specific means, so that is immunity against a particular bacterium or particular virus. So for example, helper T cells are given. They are most important in adaptive immunity, or acquired immunity. So even acquired immunodeficiency syndrome and this coronavirus, like that. Cytotoxic T cell is a cytotoxic T cell that also give a lot of protection, especially these cancer cells. They kill cancer cells. Cytotoxic T cell, they kill cancer cells. So very important in acquired immunity. So here next important one is the B cells. These B cells, they produce antibodies. Basically antibodies in the body, they are produced from these B cells. So antibodies, we know, if a bacterium is there or a virus is there on the cell membrane or cell wall, some antigens are present. So against antigens, so antibodies are produced by the host. So these antibodies kill the bacterium or virus. So very important. Here one good illustration is there. This is a host spike or host cell. So especially in the case of coronavirus, host spikes are present. Against that, so here antigens are present. This host spike has a antigen. So this antigen is to be detected. So antigen is to be detected by antibodies. Then only we get immunity against different kinds of diseases. So this is given as an example for humoral immunity. Second one, cell mediated immunity. For that cytokines, cytokines are released. Cytokines are released from the body. Cytokines are nothing but bits of proteins, that is peptides. They are useful in modulating the immunity. So very important. Next one is natural active immunity. You can find hepatitis A virus. So against that antibodies are produced by body itself. Naturally body produces antibodies against this hepatitis A virus. So whereas a passive immunity, you can see here placenta and breastfeeding of milk, these two kinds provide a passive immunity. Next one, artificial active immunity. Example, MMR vaccine is given, measles, mumps and rubella vaccine that contain antigens to provide active immunity, artificial active immunity. In the same way, we can find passive artificial immunity, plasma therapy. So antibodies are introduced into the body. This is very famous these days to give treatment against seriously affected coronavirus patients. So finally, so immunity is decided by three important factors. They are genes, environment and nutrition. Genes, environment and nutrition. So these genes, these we get from parents. We cannot change them. And second one is environment. The environment in which we live, that mostly depends on the government policies, the local local body governments, and vehicular traffic and different other things. So if the environment is clean, that contains lot of oxygen. If more oxygen means body gets more mitochondria, more adenosine ATP energy, and more strength to fight against diseases in the body. And next to most important, which is totally under our control, that is nutrition. So our nutrition should include fresh fruits, vegetables, homemade food. So as much as possible we have to avoid this outside food, fast food, junk food, cool drinks, so alcohol, things which are actually which are very dangerous to us, we should avoid them. So these addictions, even though we have good habits, good environment and nutrition, but addictions will kill our immunity, that damage our body organs, and body organs may not be fit for fighting against different kinds of diseases. So ultimately, so immunity is more important. Immunity is more important than other things. So our immunity is minus addictions. Genes, environment, nutrition. Besides that, if we abstain from different kinds of bad habits, we certainly get stronger immunity to fight against different kinds of diseases. Okay, so in the next video we will go to some other topic. So please, you better press the subscribe button so that you can get different kinds of educational videos, and also you press the bell icon, you get notifications whenever I post one video, and also write your comments so that I can know what kind of videos you like the most. Okay, thank you.